Blogger Dave Portnoy didn't hesitate to write, "I never condone rape, but if you're a size 6 and wearing skinny jeans, you kind of deserve to be raped, right?" 12 years later, Portnoy stands by these statements. The blog? Barstool Sports. Barstool Sports has become a dominant force on social media, posting videos ranging from sports highlights to extreme culture. What started out as a blog has morphed into a multimedia company worth $450 million and that has amassed 13.1 million followers on their @Barstool Sports Instagram account alone. At its surface, Barstool Sports may appear to just be another sports account on social media. In reality, Barstool Sports has become a place where toxic masculinity, racism, homophobia, sexism, and other degrading messages thrive. This Barstool Sports culture has become the norm for an entire generation of young people, especially young men. It is growing rapidly, and therefore it is urgent that we shed light on this dangerous reality that has created a culture that values and emboldens toxic behaviors. Today it is imperative that we identify the key causes of Barstool sports culture, the effects it has had, and take a look at ways that we can curb this toxicity that is taking root through Barstool's media messaging. But first, what is causing Barstool sports to be so problematic? There are two key causes of Barstool sports culture. First, the promotion of toxic behaviors. Second, the lack of accountability. But first, Barstool's promotion of toxic behavior is undeniable. Media Matters' August 18, 2021 article documents the countless examples in which Barstool has promoted toxic behaviors. We need only look at recurring games on Barstool's blog. Games like Guess That Ass, Guess the Rack, and Twerk Tuesdays to see examples of this misogyny. What's worse are that these images are uploaded without any consent from the women. The comments are then filled with Barstool boys objectifying these women's bodies and seeing them as nothing more than an object of pleasure for themselves. Barstool's problems also extend themselves into overt racism. Racist programming tweeted out a video on July 6th of 2020 in which Barstool employees questioned the validity of a hate crime when Black NASCAR driver Bubba Wallace found a noose hanging in his garage, stating, "You'd have to be fucking stupid to not have doubt." It is these ideas that then get enculturated in the actions of their followers. SimilarWeb's November 2021 web traffic analysis of Barstool Sports found that the site achieved a monthly average of 8.4 million monthly views. Barstool Sports has created an empire that profits off the teaching and celebration of toxic behaviors. This leads us directly into our second problem, which is Barstool's complete lack of accountability. Business Insider of February 3rd, 2022 reported that 3 women have come forward with their sexual abuse stories by Dave Portnoy. This story was an update to their November 8th, 2021 story in which 3 women came forward in November. As of February 2022, Portnoy has had 6 women come forward with stories saying that Portnoy filmed sexual encounters without their consent and interacted with them in other non-consensual ways. Following the story's publication, Portnoy called the story a hit piece. Ryan Whitney, host of Barstool Sports hockey podcast Spit and Chicklets, tweeted that without Dave Portnoy, his podcast wouldn't exist. Therefore, he sided with Portnoy's version of events. Instead of supporting a victim, Barstool Sports defended an abuser. But it's not just Barstool Sports, the company. Barstool fans also have a history of attacking female journalists. The Daily Beast of March 14th, 2019 reported that female journalists have had to deactivate their social media accounts due to the harassment from Barstool fans. What's worse are that these female journalists only spoke to the Daily Beast because they could remain anonymous, fearing that if they went public, the harassment would start. So obviously, Barstool Sports is causing problems. But what broader effects exist? There are two key critical effects of Barstool Sports culture. First, its expanding sphere of influence. Second, the creation of an echo chamber. One distinguishing factor of Barstool Sports is its many collegiate affiliates. At least 350 universities have Barstool accounts. They are not affiliated with the universities, but under Barstool's influence. The University of Alabama, Western Kentucky, the University of Central Florida, all have active accounts. Schools big in both the athletic and forensic communities. But it's not just these accounts that show Barstool's expansion. Streaming service Sling TV announced on September 3rd of last year that it would offer exclusive Barstool content, with Barstool getting its own channel on the streaming service. A second critical effect is the creation of an echo chamber. NBC News discusses how Barstool Sports uses the ideas of traditional masculinity to gain a following in their September 21st, 2019 article. Professor Lisa Namaraka from the University of Michigan Ann Arbor states, I think Barstool is a callback to the idea that the more offensive you are, the more free you're being. It's also a sort of cultural preservation project for bros. The article goes on to explain how Barstool's followership on Twitter nearly doubled in the wake of the hashtag #MeToo movement. Clearly, Barstool boys wanted to have a place to have their sexist and misogynistic views heard. This echo chamber is easily spotted on Barstool's own blog. From a blog post published on August 29th of last year, Barstool mocked a study that was conducted by Brigham Young University in July of 2021 that concluded that young boys who embrace princess culture are less likely to show traits of toxic masculinity. Barstool called it possibly the worst study ever. The author of the blog went on to state, now, I was a boy once. I was exposed to princess culture at an early age, and I can assure you that the only thing that I learned in regards to gender or princesses or whatever is that I wanted to fuck them. Instead of embracing new ideas, Barstool discounts what I don't agree with. This expanding sphere of influence, coupled with the echo chamber, makes Barstool the cesspool that it is. Now, Barstool is a giant, but there are still ways that we can make change. On a national level, we need to reach out to major sports leagues and media companies that have shown sympathy to Barstool. Specifically, the MLB. As the Minnesota Star Tribune explains in their August 9th, 2021 article, Major League Baseball and Barstool are in talks for the potential of midweek MLB games to be streamed on Barstool. Using the link tree in the description of this video, you can find a letter template that you can send to your favorite and local MLB teams demanding that they tell the MLB to stop interacting with Barstool, threatening that if they follow through, you will not attend their games in person or watch them on TV. Major League Baseball needs to follow the lead of ESPN. The New York Times of October 23rd, 2017 reports that ESPN walked away from their short-lived partnership with Barstool Sports because they could not defend the company's reputation of toxic behavior. On a personal level, I am asking you to join my Boycott Barstool campaign. Be loud and actively spread awareness to the horrors of Barstool Sports. If you currently follow Barstool, unfollow. Report abusive content when necessary. Share this information with your friends who send you Barstool content and who you know interact with Barstool. Be aware of what products Barstool owns and profits from, including the classic Saturdays Are for the Boys flag and the popular alcoholic drink Pink Whitney. Follow my Instagram account, @BoycottBarstool. Barstool is an online platform, eliminating opportunities for revenue, so it will cause them to change or be ostracized. Today, we have seen the causes of Barstool sports culture, the effects it has had, and took the ways that we can curb its toxicity. For years, Barstool Sports promoted toxic views to my generation, and it's about time that they were held accountable.